J. Lou, and you are just in time for something new. Alright man, in today's video what I'm about to get into is what is the best and fastest way to get waves? A comb or a brush? Now, when it comes to this video, I basically went on a journey for an entire year of only using combs and not using do-rags. So when it comes to this topic, I'm the most educated, as well as I'm probably the only person that got the experience to be able to really explain this and give you firsthand experience rather than personal opinions, right? So with that being said, what I wanted to do is go through and highlight the differences between using a comb and a brush, because a lot of people think that,
oh, in order to get waves, all you gotta do is brush your hair, brush your hair, brush your hair.
When the reality is, it's actually faster, and it's gonna surprise a lot of people. It's actually faster to get waves by using a comb. But by me saying that, you gotta watch the whole video to get a better understanding, because I'm not saying a comb is better. I'm just simply saying it's faster to get waves by using a comb, and I'll go into the details in a little bit. So with that being said, let's not waste any time and let's get straight into the video. Alright, now when it comes to getting waves, it's common knowledge that a brush is the best thing to be able to use when it comes to getting waves. But the reality is brushes can take a longer time when it comes to getting waves, because with all of the different rows, you have to make sure that you are very precise with your angles, right? And with that being said, sometimes what people typically do is when they brush their hair, they don't focus on brushing their hair the right way, or they don't focus on brushing the correct angles. And what they'll do is they'll get waves, right? It's easy to get waves, but when you want waves that connect and line up, and I'm gonna show you my waves in a second. When you want waves that will connect and line up, a brush is the best thing to be able to help you achieve that, because as long as you are being precise, then you have a lot more rows within the bristles to basically pull your hair in the right direction. Now, on my journey, when I started only using combs, what I noticed was my hair curled up a lot faster with combs. And if you guys know anything about getting waves, waves are simply curls laid down. So when it comes to helping your hair curl up, a comb is gonna do that a lot faster. And the main reason why is because it typically creates a static property within your hair. And when, like, I'm pretty sure you guys noticed it, like during the winter times, if you put certain materials on and you take your shirt off, then your hair typically stands up, and that static electricity basically makes your hair stand up. Combs do the same thing in that effect. But the thing that I like using are carbon combs, because they have that anti-static property to them. And instead of creating that static friction, just like if you was to take a balloon string and then you just simply flick it out like this, just like the same way the string on the balloon curls up, combs do that. And whenever you use a carbon comb, it helps with that process the fastest. Now, my cheat code to speed this whole entire journey up that made it even faster was I was able to use what is known as the truth comb, right? So the truth comb, I know a lot of people have been asking me about this product. I wanted to make this video because the product maker hit me up and they basically told me that they're coming back into stock. Hopefully by the time you guys watch this video, they will be back in stock so you can buy them. But the reason why I was able to speed up my process, not only do I get that benefit of a comb being parallel to the way that I comb my hair, so therefore it's gonna create that little curling effect, but with the truth comb, there's 7 different rows that whenever I comb my hair, it does that 7 times. So it's like taking the rows of a brush and putting the combing properties or the benefits of a comb together. And this is one reason what ultimately helped me speed my process up of only using combs. If I was only using this comb, I would have got waves fast, but it would have took a lot longer for them to be connected better. And that's when we get into the reason why a comb may be faster in helping you get waves, but a brush is better in helping you get waves, because with a brush, because you can be more precise with your angles, it allows you to line your connections up a lot faster, you know. So with that being said, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take off my do-rag and get into a little bit more of the practical aspect of that, you know. So all right, now what you guys are seeing as of right now is my right side. It's clearly evident. I shouldn't have to say that. Y'all should know this is my right side. But when it comes to my right side, what I'm going to be doing is demonstrating the reason why a brush is better when it comes to getting waves, because When you use a comb is faster, but one of the things that a lot of wavers don't know how to do is properly lay their hair down. One of the reasons why I went on this journey was to not necessarily just stunt and say, hey, look, I'm able to do something that most people in the world can't do, but it's also to basically learn my hair on a deeper level, right? Because whenever you start combing your hair, as you guys can see, my hair is laid down. But the first reason why a lot of wavers typically try to avoid combs is as soon as you start combing your hair, what tends to happen is your hair will start to lift up because the comb is gonna lift your hair. But as you guys can see, as I'm combing my hair isn't really lifting up, right? You guys can see that on cam. My hair it's not really lifting up, it's not moving a lot, it's not doing a lot of crazy stuff like most people who typically claim,
oh man, when I use a comb, my hair lifts up.
And this is why I say going on this journey helped me understand my hair on a deeper level, because whenever you're only using a comb, then you have to learn how to properly moisturize your hair so that you can see the results that you want to see. Now I am in my bathroom and I have the AC turned off just to shoot the video, so it won't be playing in the background. So I'm actually gonna get hot in here, and one of the things that also play a factor is whenever you guys are in the bathroom, if I had the AC on and I was combing my hair, I wouldn't have to worry about it. But a lot of times people that are trying to get waves, you guys are in the bathroom, you're combing or you're brushing, and it starts getting hot if the AC isn't on, and that also affects how your hair looks. So if you think your hair is lifting up because of the comb, it may be just due to the fact that you're not only are you moving your arm and you're basically getting a workout and you're burning calories by doing this. So that's gonna ultimately heat up your whole entire body, and the heat is gonna be released from your head, and it's gonna make your hair stand up because you're gonna start to sweat. And when sweat comes into the picture, you may be thinking that,
oh man, a comb is lifting my hair, but
it's not just the comb, it's all of the things that you're doing in the process of it, you know. So typically if you run into that issue, or you think that's the issue, try combing your hair in AC and making sure that your hair is properly moisturized to see if you run into that issue, but you shouldn't if you do that. But a comb is great for that benefit because while I'm combing my hair, it curls my hair and it basically stretches my hair. We always say waves are what? Curls laid down, or the proper term is curls stretched out. The comb is the best tool to be able to stretch your hair, your curls out. That's one reason why a comb is helps you get you waves faster. But when it comes to using a brush to get waves better, the reason why is because the brush allows you to basically lay your hair down in the process when you're brushing with it. And because there's so many rows, as long as you are precise with your angles, then you will be able to see way faster progress by using a brush, you know. So like the only thing that really helped me get way faster progress was the fact that I had access to the shoot comb, because this is like it's kind of like a brush, but it's like a comb brush, right? So because it has these multi-level of rows, then it helps speed that process up. But that's naturally why people gravitate towards brushes, because of the number of rows that they have within them. So instead of brushing your hair just with one row of brushes, just like a comb would serve, you're brushing your hair with several rows of bristles that will ultimately help lay your hair down. Another thing on top of that is brushes come with boar bristle in most cases, and boar bristle is the closest thing to human hair. So a lot of times whenever you're brushing your hair, you want to use something, or even when you're trying to manipulate your hair, you want to use something that's very similar to your hair. Now, like I said, it's starting to get hot in my bathroom, and as you can see, the more, even just by brushing, my hair is starting to stand up a little bit more at the bottom, whatever the case is. But the one thing I want to say is with brushes, they're really great because you can isolate certain parts of your head, right? You can do the same thing with a comb, but it's easier with a brush if I want to isolate one part of my pattern, you know. So with that being said, that's one reason why brushes are far superior when it comes to helping you get waves. But that doesn't mean that they help you get waves fast, the fastest, you know. So hopefully I'm not losing y'all. It should be easy. Waves are simply curls stretched out, so a comb is gonna help you get them faster, but if you wanna get them lined up better, a brush is gonna help in that regard. You know, so another thing I like about brushes, and the main reason why I went back to brushes, is simply because of the fact that with brushes, whenever I wanna get into my crown area, if I'm trying to brush my crown, it's easier for me to brush my crown and basically tap into my crown area, right? With a comb, it's a little bit more difficult because with a comb, you have to really be precise And because a comb lifts and stretches your hair, if you're not very precise in your angles and you comb, you can be lifting your hair in the wrong direction and ultimately create more problems way faster. But one thing I like to do with combs, especially with these carbon combs, you see this one has basically like a single tooth that is put in this area right here. I like to take the single tooth and basically go into the crown area. And sometimes whenever you're brushing, a lot of people avoid getting into the very center of their pattern. And with this single tooth, what I do is I basically move my pattern and move my hair in the direction that I want so that my waves and my crown can be as tight as possible when it comes to doing this if I have a comb. Now, if I was to use this comb in this aspect right here, it's gonna be difficult because as you guys can see, or hopefully you can see, if I try to comb this area, most of the comb is touching my head. It's hard to angle the comb this way to just brush a small portion of my crown area. And that's one reason why it's better to use brushes in that regard, because with a brush, I can just simply tilt. Instead of me having to brush flat on my head like this, I can simply tilt the brush up a little bit more. So therefore only a few of the rows of the bristles are touching my scalp. And whenever I brush, it's only those few rows that are hitting that area. And because brushes come in pointed versions, like as you guys can see, the oval palm is pointed. There's also brushes like this. There's brushes like this that you can use. There's curved brushes as well. So if you want to see, you can use the point of the curved brushes. But that's one reason why brushes are superior in that regard as well, because with brushes, you can design them to do anything you want. Now you could get a comb, and I know some people do this, and what they do is they break off the teeth from here all the way down to where they only have this much. But in my personal opinion, that's like wasting money. Because when you buy a comb, the whole reason why you buy it is for the teeth ultimately. And it's like if you want to just use only a small portion of the teeth, it's better just to get a brush, a little small brush, or even just get a toothbrush if you want to do for that case. But hey man, people do whatever they want to do. But with that being said, what I'm gonna do is show you guys quickly with the truth comb. One of the reasons why it was fast for me to be able to get waves on the side, because it combines the brush as well as the comb in the process. You know, so whenever I brush whenever I use the truth comb, what I'm trying to do is I don't try to focus on my crown area with this. What I do is I try to focus outside of my crown area, because what this is doing is just pulling my hair in the direction that I really want it to go in. And because of the several layers that it has, it's like I'm getting the benefit of what a brush would do. But with the comb, because of the material that it's made out of, it's also anti-static material, so it's not lifting my hair, and it's cleansing my scalp as well. Because a lot of times when you're brushing your head, what happens is at the base of your brushes, you'll notice, and you have to wash your brushes, at the base of your bristles, you'll start seeing that there's a lot of dirt that gets in at the bottom of the bristles. And I don't know if it's gonna get in focus. Let's see if this thing is gonna focus. But at the bottom of a brush, there's just a lot of dirt that builds up. The same way with a brush, if you try to wash this bad boy, and like I said, I made a video, the best way to wash your brushes, you can check that bad boy out. When you wash brushes, because they have wood, it's very difficult to not make your brush crack, because you're not supposed to put water into wood, because wood makes it expand, and then depending on if it's hot or cold, it'll expand and contract, and that's what leads to a crack. You know, so, but the reason why I like the truth comb is because while it's combing my hair, it's also collecting a lot of that dirt and grime that you may have in your head. And instead of it just being flicked out, it's getting caught in the back rows of the truth comb. You know, so it's getting caught right there. And it's easier for me to be able to wash and cleanse this, because this isn't wood. This is all plastic, and I can easily run this underneath the water and clean it out, things of that nature. And it makes it just a lot better. But that's one reason why I like using it. And that's why ultimately, when it came to my progress, it helped me achieve progress way faster, was because of all of the things that I just stated, you know. So, but with that being said, if you guys want to know more about the truth comb, I will put a link in my description down below if you want to buy it and check it out. I believe by the time you guys should be watching this video, what I may do is just wait until they are available again, and then drop this video But hopefully you guys learned something new. If you did, if you appreciate it, make sure you drop a like on this video. It definitely helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. I've been gone for a minute. A lot of people been saying,
man, we miss you, dog. We need you back in the wave game. The wave game ain't the same without you.
Don't worry, your boy's coming back, but I'm gonna also be dropping a lot more videos. So y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want me to start getting into different topic of videos, or if y'all want me to address things, or hell, even if y'all want me to do reaction videos. I'm at the point to where my mindset is whatever y'all want to see, I'd rather make content off of the things that y'all want to see rather than just only making videos that I want to be able to make, you know. So that being said, it's your boy J. Lou. Hopefully you guys have a great day and enjoy the rest of your week. Salute.
If you see me, I'm grinding. Wave steady blinding. Texas T shining. They call me JustinTime. If you see me, I'm grinding. Wave steady blinding. Texas T shining. They call me JustinTime. I'm brushing the mirror all day. I can do that. So when I unwag, my wave stay laid. I can do that. I mess around and scalp my